Welcome to my 100th video, everyone. Today I'm going to review an interesting movie. Just give me a second. Hello there. I bet you're wondering why I'm wearing a panda costume. Because pandas are cute and cuddly. I'm had to wear this for my 100th video. Because I don't got many cool hats left for me to wear. So I got this for like nearly $2 from a yard sale. I'm pretty sure I had another one here somewhere, but oh well. On to the review. I'm gonna talk about an interesting movie that's been around since the early 90s that counts as a Disney sequel. Sorry, this thing is getting a little bit on the edge. And I know what you're thinking. Am I sweating this thing when it's hot in here? Don't have to worry. I got an air freshener strawberry, so it won't be so hard for me to breathe into this thing. But anyhow, I'm gonna talk about this movie. And to make sure it won't be much of a copyrighted law thing, I'm talking about Winnie the Pooh. Pooh's Grand Adventure, Search for Christopher Robin. You know what? Let me just take this. No, I'm just gonna take it off now. I just have to show you the cool panda costume I had to wear. So there's no way I'm doing this throughout the entirety of the review. Those of you who are unaware about Winnie the Pooh, well, there's like a little bit of a backstory. Yeah, I got this cool hat from an old store. Never mind that. Winnie the Pooh started in the 1960s. He's a long time ago. Well, from its very first movie, then have an animated series from the 80s and early 90s. And then we have the movie I'm about to talk about is The Search of Christopher Robin. The story is plain and simple. That there's this happy bear named Pooh Bear who lives in a place called 100 Acre Woods, who hangs out with a mere human boy named Christopher Robin. And to make sure I don't get copyrighted, I'm not gonna play the songs. Because nowadays, we have to get these kinds of things perfectly clear on YouTube. As a kid, I used to enjoy watching this movie a lot more. Nowadays, I'm more interested to the other interesting Disney movies besides The Jungle Book. Or it basically does the same thing, have a boy hangs out with a bear as a true friend.
And we say, oh, nothing. And we do it. This is sort of a nothing thing we're doing right now.
And to not make this review longer than most likely some of my reviews, this story is basically plain and simple. The boy named Christopher Robin will always be with him, but not for long. Then he leaves a note where it comes the first day of autumn, and we have a present for him is delicious honey. But the note gets covered in honey, and then comes to visit his best friend Piglet, which, by the way, is afraid of everything. And there's my favorite character of them all, Tigger, a hyperactive bouncer. which I find him to be the most hilarious character of the group. But John here is also voiced by Jim Cummings.
What's the matter with you? Being a second-rate bouncer is not what chickens like best.
But then again, in the early 90s, Jim Cummings does play like most of these characters. Or back in the old times, they had different voice actors. Like Stern Holloway did play the Pooh in the 60s. And most likely other interesting Disney characters. There's also Rabbit that does become secure about his gardening job, which makes him a bit smart at most parts. He tries to explain what happened to his best friend Christopher Robin, and there's also a depressed donkey named Eeyore, who has a nail tattooed to his, well, behind. It says hanging tail. So they explain it to Al, that's quite the most intelligent one, and thinking, and that Christopher Robin has been captured, but it's been mistaken. And I think it's a creature called Skull. So, in this movie, it's up to Winnie the Pooh and his friends to find Christopher Robin from the dread creature called Skull. This film is plain and simple. They just have a big, huge, so-called road trip. Not gonna lie, the animation looks pretty good. Really good. Beautiful backgrounds. Wonderful environments. Voice acting. Music sounds really nice. Movie's running time is like only an hour and 13 minutes. It's perfect for children. They keep them quiet for a while.
Some piglets have it, some donkeys don't.
I really like Donkey being and the most realistic person that always seems really depressed at. This movie does have like a few of its running times, like this scene here that drags on a little too long. I'm trying to get Piglet down somehow. Or the butterflies just obviously grab there too. But this is actually a pretty good film to watch. There's like a few songs here and there, which I will not play because of copyrighted laws. Also, I like the scene here. Or that Tigger lost his bounce, but they try to cheer him up and save his life. And not to mention they create a map to find where Christopher Robin is at. Also, I always find this scene right here pretty funny. Right when they're about to save Tigger from his pendulent demise. Right about here.
What's Donkey Boy saying? I said, ouch.
Okay. That's funny. Just break the fourth wall for a second. And for some reason, they actually survived that fall. And I love the scene that Pooh barely misses his friend Christopher Robin. And they play a very touching song, which I will not play at all. And they found a place called Scalosaurus. And I gotta admit, everything in the background looks stupendously well done. And I actually like the idea that they're finding Christopher Robin there is very, and the word for it, unique. We fun. It gets a little bit energized. We've fun to watch for all kinds of strange things happening to them. It's insanely hilarious and most likely good. There's that scene that Pooh Bear gets stuck by a bunch of crystals. Also, they have to find a way to get to the very top. And that'll do it for Pooh Bear. Make teamwork. And most likely meaning of friendship. Now I gotta admit, that's very well designed choice for these characters. They're still basically the same as they are since the 1960s. Entire backgrounds, music, voice acting, and most likely entire background. It looked like they took all their time and energy to make these scenes very well done. I actually like that. And the Disney sequel movie. It's calm, it's relaxed, it's not obnoxious. It's very well done. Also, I like how they make it to the top, and Christopher Robin is there for obvious reasons to let them know that obviously Pooh Bear's rumbly tumbly noise, hungry. Got his bouncing powers back.
I found I'm smart enough. Pretty smart, eh?
Not to mention the meaning of their lives. And Christopher Robin explains that he'll be back from school. So what they did was, most likely, risking their lives full of danger. At just finding their best friend, Pooh, Christopher Robin, and now they think Pooh got eaten by the creature that was as rumbly tumbly. Now, I gotta admit, this film was really fun to watch. This was pretty much worth my 100 video. If you're like a huge Winnie the Pooh's fan, you might enjoy watching this movie like a few times, as long as you have kids to put on. So I give Winnie the Pooh, Christopher Robin, Pooh Bear's Grand Adventures, The Search for Christopher Robin, a solid, let's say, a 10 being, and at least it's short, plain and simple. Is it really worth your time and money? Yes, and maybe. If you're like a huge movie sequel fan, but someday I'll talk about those other movie sequels that are good and yet sometimes bad. But I am so glad I had to talk about this movie. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Or in the near future, I'll talk about those Disney sequels that started it all. Disney's Rescuers Down Under was actually truly the first Disney sequel that started in 1990. This was just pretty much part of of my review. So see you then, everyone. Goodbye. E for now.